This video is for all the shifters who want to change something in their shifting journey, who want to shift and who are not afraid to put some effort or work into it. Okay, it's nothing bad, it's not much, but it's something. So if you in my comments saying, can I skip this, can I skip that, scroll. Okay, this video is not for you. This is for the shifters who are tired of not shifting. When you try to shift since years, when you try to shift since a while and you feel like nothing's working, this video is for you. Okay, what I'm currently doing is I reprogram my mind and I do shadow work. So there's already a Reprogram Your Mind for Shifting on YouTube. You can watch that. I did my own and I included shadow work. Shadow work, or I don't know if you can say that it's shadow work, but low-key it is. Basically, we're trying to figure out why we don't shift. Okay, shifting blockages, it's a thing. Lots of people say shifting blockages aren't real, but if you don't shift, there's clearly something not working, you know. So we're trying to see what is it that's holding you back from shifting, let's say like that, instead of shifting blockage. So we do some shadow work. We're trying to figure out what holds us back in order to shift. And it's not about a method. It's not, oh, I can't visualize, oh, I didn't find the right method. We don't look at the outside, at the outside things. We look inside us, okay? So it gets a bit deeper. It's about us inside. This is also a popular technique when you want to manifest something and you simply can't manifest it. Then you do like shadow work or the techniques that I do, so you find out what's stopping you from that manifestation. Okay, example how you can understand that is, for example, you've been poor your whole life. Okay, now you want to manifest money. Some people are like, manifesting money is so easy. When you are rich, or when you have a rich family, then money was never a big thing for you. It was something that is achievable, very easy. It is possible to have lots of money. So rich people, or people who are from very families that are rich, I don't know what to say, they tend to manifest money easier than people who grow up poor, who grow up needing to count every cent, okay? Who grew up and parents always said, we don't have enough money. Money is something that is hard to achieve. So most of us shift for something that we are lacking in this reality. For example, shifting for love, shifting for friends, shifting for family, shifting for a life that we don't have here. Most of the time, the main reason why someone wants to shift is their SO. Basically a person that fully understands them, that gives them love. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's an SO or family or friends or a completely different reason. Most of the time we shift for something, or the main reason why we shift is something what we don't have in our current reality. And this is why we tend to put it on a pedestal. We say, oh, you know, for example, you shift for your SO, but you never experienced love in this reality, or when you experience love or relationships, you got cheated on, they betrayed you, they left you, So you have that mindset, love is not a good thing. People betray you, people leave you. And now you want to shift into a reality where you have the image of a healthy relationship, of someone who loves you unconditionally. For example, I mean, if you have an SO, it doesn't matter if you shift and you are together, or if you want to meet them and then come together with them at one point. You have the image of a person that will love you unconditionally, a healthy relationship and everything. So in this reality, if you don't have it, you're like, oh, real love doesn't exist. A person who cares for you doesn't exist. It's hard to find love. It's hard to find the perfect person for you. Same for friendship. If you have bad experiences with friendships, or you don't have any friends, and then you want to shift into a reality where you have a big friend group, it's like, oh my god, this is too good to be true. I don't deserve that. Subconsciously, you feel like you don't deserve that, and that it's too good to be true. It's too far to reach, okay? So, first step, think, what could hold you back? Do you shift for a person? And what do you think, okay? Like I said, do you shift to have a loving, caring family, but you have a really toxic family in this reality? Do you shift to be your perfect self? Do you shift to be the perfect, pretty, confident, successful version of yourself? But in this reality, you feel like you don't like yourself. You don't like how you look. You don't like your personality. You see what I mean? So figure out what might stop you from shifting, and it's most definitely, or in lots of cases, it's your main reason you shift for something or someone you don't have in this reality. And maybe you already imagine, you already know, yeah, you're right. I shift for example, oh yeah, I don't have lots of friends, and all my friends betrayed me, they left me, they replaced me, and now I want to shift for a big friend group where everyone's loyal, everyone, it's just true friendship. You feel like, this feels too good to be true. I don't deserve that. This reality always showed me that people don't care about me. So figure out what might hold you back. I would say really sit down, take a book and write it down. What's holding me back? Maybe. What feels too good to be true? Do I feel like I don't deserve certain things? Or just in general, what feels unreachable? What feels like it's too good to be true? What feels like, when I have this, I am happy. I am fully happy. We also tend to say, yeah, I don't have it in my CR, but I have it in my DR. So when I shift, I'm fully happy. I'm also happy in my CR because I can always shift into my DR and have it there. This is also where it's like, oh, you put your DR on a pedestal and you feel like this is way too far to reach. Then when you figure out what it could be more things, maybe one thing. Ask yourself, how does it feel like? How do I feel when I think about it? I have my notes here. Where do I feel this? Okay. How does it feel? How old does the feeling feel? Who is scared? Who's trying to protect me? Who is scared of that feeling? Is it me right now, or is it me from the past? Did someone, for example, show you in the past that, for example, friendship, You have friends in your DR who care for you, who are loyal. Maybe in your past you had experienced that your best friend replaced you with someone else, so now you kind of feel like you don't deserve the friendship, or that it's too good to be true, or that it's unrealistic. Because this reality showed you people replace you. It gave you probably the feeling that you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you are not a good person, or you weren't funny enough because she replaced you or he replaced you. So think, how does it feel? How did I feel back then? Or was it a recent situation, or was it something in the past that made me feel this, that made me feel like I don't deserve it in my DR? I don't, if it's too good to be true in my DR. What gave you the feeling in this reality? Yeah, really sit down and write it down. Most of the time, the blockages are actually you trying to protect yourself. Lots of times, for example, you got cheated on in this reality, and now you want to shift into a reality where you have a loving, caring partner. It may be that you're like, I'm scared that this happens again, or you're like, this is too good to be true because this reality showed me, made me feel like I wasn't good enough. My partner cheated on me, so I wasn't good enough. I felt like I'm not good enough. And this is why he or she cheated on me. So now maybe you're scared to experience the same in your DR, or because you say, in my DR, my SO, he's perfect, he would never cheat on me. You feel like this is, your CR and your DR. It's too good to be true, okay? It's not on one length, it's too good to be true to be in a reality where someone really cares for you, in reality where someone is really loyal to you. So what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Are you not good enough? You're boring enough? You're too boring for actual friends who care about you, who don't replace you? You're not, what are you thinking in general? Now, think about your inner child. I burned myself. Think about your inner child. When did you learn what you believed? Did you learn it yourself from experiences, or did someone else teach you that? And what experiences you made in this reality made you believe that? For example, when did you learn with the friendship, for example? When did you learn that? For example, 5 years ago, I had a best friend and she replaced me. So this is when I learned that best friends aren't real, because one day they're going to replace you. Stuff like that, okay? Really write that down. Or maybe you have a mother and she always told you friends always leave you. Or like in the other example, money is something that you have to work hard for. So did someone else taught you that, or did you taught it? Did you make your own experience? What happened? Why do you think that? Why is that your belief? And then, if you fully be really honest with you, if you fully acknowledged that your blockages, why or what's holding you back, do you think you don't deserve this and that? And yet then you found out why. Why do you believe it that way? Why do you think you don't deserve friendships? You don't deserve love. You don't deserve a caring family. When you write all of that down, it's time to reprogram your beliefs, okay? So you're not trying to affirm and convince yourself, really accept that side within yourself. Accept that you're this way. Maybe you think you don't deserve love. You're not confident. Accept it, okay? It's okay. Make sure to tell yourself it's okay. That's who I am. But it's also okay that I change it, and I deserve it. Actually, I deserve it. And also, just because you experience that in this reality doesn't mean it's in every reality, okay? We're shifters. So even if you think it's way too good to be true, because in this reality, for example, you have an SO and he's perfect, but in this reality you kept dating people who were assholes. Just because it happened in this reality doesn't mean that it doesn't make sense in another reality. In another reality, I mean, you actively chose these people, okay? You can't compare that with a reality where you, for example, you were in school with like 20 people and you're like, oh my god, all of my 5 friends were fake. Now imagine you shift and you choose between infinite versions of people. So you decide to shift for like 5 people who are loyal to you, who love you. It's something different, okay? Because we're shifters, you know what I mean? So make that sure if you shift for people. I think, because why I say this is because I think most of us shift for people, or have at least one main reason is that we shift for a people and we low-key think we don't deserve them because of past negative experiences in this reality with other people. So now you can write down, I deserve that, I deserve this, I deserve that. But like, don't try to convince you. Really write down what you think, okay? For example, yeah, maybe I had people who didn't care about me in this reality, but I also deserve a reality where people care about me. Okay, and you can be confident about it. And try, just because you had past negative experiences, try to realize that this doesn't mean you have to make these negative experiences in every reality. And just because some losers you had negative experience with doesn't mean everyone will treat you bad. So write everything down and low-key already reprogram your beliefs, okay? The opposite, but really be convinced. Don't try to convince yourself. Really write down what you think, okay? The next step, what is your dear version doing what your current self isn't doing? What is your dear self what you aren't? You know what I mean? Is your dear self so pretty and you feel like you're not pretty enough? Is your dear self so confident and you are so insecure? Is your dear self, has your dear self certain character, personality traits that you don't have? Or personality traits that you wish you would have but you don't have? Okay, so ask yourself, what does my dear self have that I don't have? That I don't have yet, okay? It doesn't matter if it's about looks, about personality, just write it down. And then ask yourself, how would I, right now, how would I act when I will be like my dear self right now? And how would I act if I didn't have all these negative beliefs? How would you act if you didn't make these negative experiences in the past that make you believe what you believe now? You know, how would you feel? How would you go through the world if you would be your dear self? And this is the point. Your DR life seems unrealistic because it's new for you. Your current self doesn't know it. Your current self, if you say, my dear self has this and that, but my CR self doesn't have it, then you and your CR, you haven't experienced that, okay? And this is why your DR self or your life in your DR seems unrealistic or too good to be true. It's not because it's too good to be true. It's not because it's too far to reach. It's simply because your CR self didn't experience it yet. And I mean, it doesn't matter if your DR self looks perfect, if your DR self has the perfect partner, with the perfect friends, the perfect, I don't know, is rich. None of this is unrealistic. It's just unrealistic for you, okay? Because your CR self didn't experience it yet, or has negative experiences with that. But you have to realize that just because you didn't experience that, or you have bad experiences in your CR, doesn't mean your DR self is unrealistic. Your DR self is unrealistic. Your DR life is unrealistic. How many people do you know who are rich, who have the perfect partner, who have the perfect family, who have the perfect friends, who are famous? If you shift to a fame DR, how many people do you know that live the way you want to live? So it is possible, okay? You need to realize it is possible. You just think it's unrealistic because your CR self hasn't experienced it yet. And your nervous system likes routine. And now you're trying to become aware of a version of yourself your nervous system never had, okay? So this is a bit where it's like, and yeah, it's okay to feel like this. It's okay to feel when you say like, I don't know, but you need to realize that and acknowledge that, okay? And separate the truth and your experience, because the truth is, it is possible to have a caring partner, caring friends, caring family. It is possible to be rich, it's possible to be famous, it's possible to be that, it's possible to live like you do yourself, separated from the experiences you've made in your CR, okay? Because the one thing is your experiences and your personal experience, okay? You personally think it's too good to be true, but it doesn't mean it's the truth, okay? The truth is different. It's definitely possible, and there's so many people who live like your dear self, so it is possible. And yeah, it's just your experience, okay? And it's always possible because other people have it too. And even if you're like, okay, but I do like magic in my DR, other people can shift too. Other people are wizards, are vampires, are superheroes in their DR too. They can it too. They can do it too. So you can do it too, okay? And make sure to realize that both realities can exist at the same time. You can be in your CR, in your current reality. You can be someone who's insecure, who hates their life. Maybe try to manifest, okay? But like, you know what I mean? You can be a completely different version, like you in your DR. You can be in your CR, you can be someone who likes to be alone, who doesn't have much friends, who's maybe shy or introverted. And in your DR, you can be someone who has lots of friends, who's maybe extroverted, who's really open, who loves talking to people. It's okay that both version of you exists, okay? And it's completely fine. You don't have to change yourself in your CR in order to get into your DR, but acknowledge that both versions can exist at the same time, okay? And not this, your DR version is not better than your CR version, it's just different, okay? If you have lots of friends in your DR and you don't have friends here, it doesn't mean your DR self is better than your CR self. It's simply that it's two different versions of yourself and both are okay, okay? And then, if you found out everything about that, we are visualizing. We are visualizing every day. Every day, okay? Obviously, if there's a day and you're like, oh my god, I am so stressed, I'm not motivated to do anything, then don't. But I would say put that effort in and do it every day. Do it every day. Visualize. In the morning, in the afternoon, before bed, whenever you want to, visualize you in your DR, okay? Visualize being your DR self. Visualize, you can also do that as a shifting method if you're like visualizing, but simply visualize how you are your DR self. Visualize that you are in your DR, having your DR life, okay? You can lay down for 5 to 10 minutes per day, listen to music, listen to meditation, listen to nothing, and simply visualize how you are your DR self. How does it feel to have the personality traits of your DR self? What would you think as your DR self? How does it feel to be with all these people? How does it feel when you have all these people in your lives? Do this every day, okay? Really focus on the feelings, on the thoughts, and yeah, just simply you as your DR self. How does it feel to be that version of yourself? Do that every day. And what you're also going to visualize every day is that you are your version, your CR version is able to shift anytime you want to.